We got the Los Angeles Rams on the road at the New Orleans Saints, and let us say, the absolute worst game of the week this week. It is sitting right now, the Saints, as 3-point home favorites, a total of 39. Guys, Cooper Kupp's lost for the season for the Rams. The Saints have decided, for whatever reason, to continue on with Andy Dalton back there. Here's the thing: if they were going to tank, you think that'd be a great idea. Except they don't have a first round pick this year, so it doesn't really matter how bad that they end up. So I don't know why you don't YOLO it with Jameis, or hell, put Taysom back there. Whatever, I don't know. But anyway, we don't really even know. We assume it'll be Matthew Stafford who's going to be playing quarterback for the Rams. This had gotten up to 4. News of him practicing got this thing back down to 3, and that's where we sit right now. Adam, look, it is one of the very first games I scratched off this week. There's no motivation for either one of these teams. Season's over for both of these teams. And so I just, when we get to that point, at this point in the season, like we're so early in the season where it's basically over for both teams, I can't gauge motivation. I can't gauge what coaches are trying to do. I can't figure out if guys are trying to save jobs or save coordinators' jobs or run coordinators out of town and all that. And it just, to me, ends up being a very, very confusing handicap.
I actually have a play here.
I love it. Good.
Over 39.
Okay.
Look at what happened defensively with both of these teams just last week, right? Let's take a look first at the Los Angeles Rams, who managed to give up 27 points to Colt effing McCoy and Trace McSorley. 27 points.
You'd be nice to Colt McCoy.
I'll consider it.
We'll get to him later.
Let's look at the other side of this with the New Orleans Saints. They gave up nearly 3 touchdowns to a Kenny Pickett-led team on the other side. So I think we have an impression of these two defenses that is not reality, because we're used to seeing them both be really good. And right now, they're just not. And I think part of it is that they're getting left on the field for way too long by these offenses. So it doesn't take a lot to get to 39 in perfect conditions indoors. Yes, I'm definitely scared of the Rams offensive line. I'm definitely scared of Andy Dalton. Mm-hmm. That being said, I am on over 39 largely because I have not seen anything out of these two defenses that tells me they can stop anyone. And you give me 21-20 and we're there.
Yeah, the efficiency numbers have certainly been pretty terrible for both of these offenses. But as you just mentioned, we're looking. You just need both teams to play in the low 20s, and you're going to get there. I mean, I guess my only question is, Stephen, whenever we kind of try and take a look at this game, is where's the silver lining? Like, what is the angle we're looking at here? I mean, maybe it's a prop play in this from a Rams standpoint. Van Jefferson got worked more back into the game, into the offense last week, especially after Cooper Kupp had to leave. I mean, maybe there's something there. Maybe it's, we look at we look at how bad the Saints defense has been.
You're trying real hard right now, man.
I don't know. Real hard. I'm just trying so hard to figure out what the angle is in this game. What am I missing?
You're not missing anything, man. It's a complete mystery in this game. They threw to Cooper Kupp so much. How do you have any idea how the targets are going to be spread to anybody else? And they can't run the ball with this offensive line. I don't care if they're playing the Saints or not. So I'll say this. Backing the Saints is a 3-point favorite at this point. Hard no, immediately. Like, I would only be interested in the Saints as a dog at this point, rest of the season, right? The Rams' losses this year, other than last week where Stafford's not starting, just throw that out. Wolford starting, whatever. Their other losses this year against the Bills, the 49ers twice, the Cowboys, and the Bucks, who all have one thing in common defensively. They pressure very well. And with the Rams' offensive line, that's a horrible situation to be in. The Saints are not that. The Saints are 28th in pressure rate. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what this offense is going to be without Cooper Kupp. They're obviously going to be worse. But if Matthew Stafford has a clean pocket, then we've seen him at least be able to execute this offense this year. It just so happened that they had a lot of games against top-tier teams with good defenses that pressure a lot. So I think this is a big step down in class for him this week. And at least on paper, the Rams defense is still 6th overall in success rate, number 2 against the run. I just have no idea what the motivation is at this point for this Rams defense, right? Like, how do we have any idea whether they care about playing hard anymore, whether they're going to come out and give their best effort on the road in New Orleans, going across the country from Los Angeles, basically. So the only angle I would be interested in here is a live bet on the Rams at plus 3.5 or better, but you can't be confident about anything in this game, I don't think, from a side perspective.
Rams second to last in yards per game, fourth to last in points per game. Adam, to put a bow on this, though, here's the thing. If anything, and this is like, maybe this is just the glass half full, optimistic, look at all of this. But if anything, we have a situation where the Rams were so poor on offense. They were so bad with what they were doing. And now Cooper Kupp is gone, who is basically the entire offense, having to do something different. It can't be worse, right? Like, it has to be better. Like, they have to do something different on offense now because Cooper Kupp's not going to be out there. So if anything, it should have a positive effect because literally it can't be worse. They're basically last in every single metric.
I think what it's going to do is force Sean McVay to go deeper into the playbook, and maybe you introduce a little bit of variance into this with some more trick plays, et cetera. Now, again, trick plays generally require time, which is one thing the offensive line has not been able to give to Matthew Stafford or to John Wolford. So I have concern about all those things. But again, I'll just go back to the fact that right now I do not see enough with these defenses for me to A, back aside, but B, do anything but go over.